Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Twitch, I need you to play this for me, please. Hey, Winchester, welcome on in. God and Nobody, welcome on in. Teo, welcome on in. Happy Saturday, everybody. Look at that 20 stream streak. Look at that streak. You know, I don't really pay attention to my own personal streaks that much. I realized I'm apparently almost at a 50 stream streak with somebody without even realizing it. I was like, oh, that's a thing. Yes, we're a little PNG today. Scuff PNG at that. I realized I don't have any of my proper PNGs on this computer, so I had to, like, scuff something together super fast. I could have swore I sent those over, but I guess not. So that's something I'll definitely have to do. I don't even have my, like, emotional support ditto on this computer. And that's a travesty. Winchester, your little hammer dude's looking good. Your little hammer dude's looking great. Hey, Salda, welcome on in. Hello to the both of you. Hello. We're attempting to finish the Zock today. We're attempting to Zock it out today. Which means we need to get the second arm done, and then it's kind of easy peasy from there, because there really isn't much to the bottom half of this kit. Really isn't much. 21 streak, nice. I found myself with 5 leftover bodies for my preferred armor type and decided I would try to use some of my leftover bits to make some character conversions. Hell yeah. I mean, when you think about it, if it's leftover pieces, they're basically free, not free little dudes. Welcome to Saturday, everybody. Welcome. For those who do not know me, my name is Allie Ashwood, your friendly neighborhood half-vampire. I fully admit, chat, today I am running on backup energy reserves today, mentally. So might not be as animated. Get it? Because I'm a PNG. I'll be here all week. Also, chat, this weather. I've been hydrating a lot, and my mouth is still dry. It is very, very dry cold right now. What y'all doing? What y'all up to right now? I am excited because today the housemates are bringing back some incredibly unhealthy, tasty fried chicken. And I have not had fried chicken in a long time because I've been trying to avoid fried foods for a bit. So we're gonna have a little fried chicken as a treat. And I am excited about it. Got a $30 Amazon gift card and got the HGUC. Shipping was $7. You know, sometimes they do offer, like, free shipping for orders over a certain amount. But it's really, like, inconsistent with how they do it. Calories don't count in December. Yo, it's December 13th. already. I need this month to slow down so I can blast some more Holly Jolly. Because boy howdy, I need it right about now. Allie's not going to sugarcoat that one. Yeah, all that's left on this kit are very... Like, I'll show you. Like, outside of a couple of these parts that are for the upper body, the rest of this is just the stubby little legs and the waist. And the waist is just 2 parts clamshelled together. So, not all too much left. So, ideally, we'll get this done in 4 hours or less. We'll see. You know how it goes. You know how it goes when I get to yapping. We'll cut out the polycaps later, so I don't lose them. I did get this arm prettied up, fixed up, so we are good to go here. It is indeed a chunker. Can't stay long. Gonna watch the... Wait, is the Five Nights... Oh, I didn't realize the FNAF 2 movie was out already. I need to see if I can get a ticket for Iron Lung. Iron Lung's been hella selling out, but I need to see if my theater I can get a ticket for it. Maybe, because that would be incredible. Go see the Marquis Plier movie. One of the major parts of Swedish December celebrations was this morning, or yesterday for schools. Did it involve food? Did it involve good food? I hope you enjoyed the movie. And Salda, hope y'all are doing well. Oh, I just realized I don't have to worry about my mouth tracking today. All right, magnifying glass, you were going directly in front of my face. Apply directly to the forehead. Yes. I wish I could bring my light a bit more forward, though, to be honest. It does get a little bit dark sometimes. How did I clean this last time? Did I do it this way? I think I did it this way. Yes, this seems about correct. This seems about right. Okay. I need less sponge. It involves saffron buns and a load of Christmas caroling before breakfast. Ooh. Well, that sounds pretty rad. I think we're due for more snow. Can I just say, it has been... I can't remember the last time we've had this much snow in December. I cannot remember. But we're in a very rare scenario where we might have snow on Christmas. All of my Australians and New Zealanders are like, the fuck is that? Hello, loud noises. Hello, Ren. How are you? Welcome on in. Welcome on in, everybody. Bow, bow, bow. Yes, I am PNG. Scuff PNG at that. Scuff PNG at that. I had to, like, last minute put something together because I didn't bring my PNG stuff. Like I was telling Chad, I don't have my emotional support ditto. What is going on? What is shaking? For those of you who are Final Fantasy 14ers, the patch notes are out. Patch drops on Tuesday. And I think the 3 new outfits with the 3 new hairstyles that you buy on the online store are dropping the same day. I didn't bite on the last batch, but I actually like these outfits, and they're all coming with hairstyles, so like I can't say no. That's my one damning factor. Well, I will say there's one hairstyle that I have no intention of really getting, and that's the Omega M hairstyle. I have no intention of ever really getting that one. But outside of that, I am a hairstyle collector in that damn game. It is my Achilles heel. The Feast of St. Lucia celebrated December 13th early in the morning when representation of Lucia brings light into the church in a procession of children, and then they do Christmas songs with a choir for an hour before proceeding out. And then we get to go have saffron buns and other Christmas pastries. And then work. Oh, okay. Wow, so that's a busy morning. That's a very busy morning. So, like, about what time in the morning are you waking up for all that? Because that sounds like very, like, early morning, right? Also, we have not done any panel lining on this kit yet, so that's something we do have to do. Need to tend to this a little bit. We'll need to pull out the old panel lining scriber, which is exactly why we got it. Another case of another part where Bandai puts a nub on a slightly recessed detail. So I have to do some redigging on it to get it up to where it needs to be. Oh, panel line scriber, you've become one of my favorite tools to have in my arsenal. Thank you for existing. Ran? Wait. Huh. Has it always announced who donates? Has it always outed who donates? I don't know if I like that because some people use their real names. I'm gonna have to talk to the coffee bot about that. Ran, what did you do? What did you do? What have you done? Why does that say 30%? Why does that say 30%? Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get... I'm gonna see if I can get it to, like, not mention people's usernames and just, like, that the goal has gone up or whatever. Because I don't want it to, like, accidentally dox anybody. Ren, thank you for whatever you have just done. I need to take a look. I need to see how much I've got to throttle you today in Minecraft. once I finish scribing these lines. Alright, let me put this away before I accidentally stab myself. Because boy howdy will it. Actually, I might be able to log into Ko-fi here. Because that is something I would like to address sooner than later, if I can help it. In lieu of subs. That is fair. That is fair. Also, chat, I know I sound low energy. I am not ungrateful. I am just wanting to make sure people do not want to get... I'm just making sure people do not get doxxed first and foremost. Before anything else. What am I looking for? Buttons and widgets? Twitch chat alerts. Okay, can I edit this? Can I edit the settings on this? Twitch chat alerts. Show payment alerts in your live Twitch chat. Turn that off. Show your goal progress in the Twitch chat. That I don't mind showing. That I don't mind showing. Okay, let me go over to YouTube and do the same thing. YouTube chat alerts, show payment alerts, turn that off. Done. Okay. Okay. Damn it, Ren! Thank you, Ren. That goes a long way. That goes a long way. We are well on our way to being debt-free. Throttle me and Terraria are Helldivers. I wonder. I wonder if there's a mod to get a Hell Bomb in Terraria. I would love a Hell Bomb in Terraria. I would destroy the entire world. Hey, Ultra, welcome on in. This looks like some Zeon shit. It do be some Zeon shit. That do be some Zeon. We're working on the Zock. Hopefully finishing it today. That is up to your discretion, Ren. If you do it, yeah, ultra small. I will allow it for the sake of making sure bad things do not happen. Yeah, welcome on in, Ultra. I'm just doing a little bit of scribing because I accidentally filed down some of these details unintentionally. By the way, on the YouTube side, it tries to do like a progress bar and it looks so weird. Bum, bum, bum. Zeon suits either turn out amazing or booty cheeks. There is no in between. I am a Zeon enjoyer. I love my little mono eye goobers. Which reminds me, I've got an at guy in the backlog that I need to get to. Do you do any building yourself, Ultra? Okay, that should be good for panel lining. This is an older Zeon kit. It's like 2007. So it's definitely got, like, seam lines. An abundancy of seam lines. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of my friends have been getting the China-made kits because, like, if Bandai's not gonna make them, someone's got to, I guess. Some of those kits are, like, really damn good, though. Some of them have been gorgeous. But yeah, I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Didn't throw another thing in chat. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why I didn't, because... Oh, you know what? I think I know why, Ren. I think I know why. It's only going to post now when the goal percentage goes up, I think. I think that's what it is. Now that I'm thinking about it. Which is fine. I need to make sure it's not posting on social media. I never gave it permission to do it. So hopefully it's not. Yeah, no, that thing did the Kshatriya right. That is a very good kit. It's a bit too big for the space limitations I have, but boy howdy do I respect it. I do hope you enjoy that build. $3 ain't gonna do a whole percent. That is fair. Well, thank you for the $3, though. Oh yeah, the Kshatriya is just a good design in general. It is strong like boulder. Where are my nips? They're over here. Yeah, in general, I'm like a grunt suit enjoyer. Don't get me wrong, I love the Gundams and the high-spec suits, but I love my grunts. I love my mass production units. We will never forget. We will never forget the Stark Jagan that went toe-to-toe with the Kshatriya for longer than it had any business doing. Yeah, there's like so many variants of the Federation grunt suits out there. And like, don't get me wrong, I know there's a bunch of like Zaku's and stuff. I really like the Federation aquatic conversions for like the gyms and stuff, because it's like the gym was never made with aquatic combat in mind, but they like retrofit it to work. Okay, that's good. I love it. Also, thank you again, Ren. Well, we at least did prove that your name didn't pop up. Because regardless of if you hit a percentage or not, it would have popped your name up. So the fact that that didn't show up is a good thing. So I will 100% take that. Yeah, I've got looks at backlog. I have many things to build. Yo, the GM Turbulence is so good. I have the gym Dominance in the backlog. That's one of my favorite gyms. My favorite gym of all time will always be the old Ground Pounder. The old 8th MS Team gym. Hello, Hyde. Welcome on in. Hyde, you put that milk away. You don't know where that milk's been. No, actually, no. You know exactly where that milk's been. Carry on. I have the other GM dominance with the Gatling turrets. Oh, yeah! I can't remember the pilot's name, but it's an ace unit. And it's got like the remote control. Well, not remote controlled, but the Wi-Fi Gatling turrets. Hey, chat, that's a good question. Do you think mobile suits had Wi-Fi and cell phone chargers? I know the G-Self had a toilet built into it. Bluetooth turrets are sick for display. They do look really good. Welcome to Zock Hide. We're gonna try to get this dude finished today, because there's really not much. Still at work. Are the kids behaving? Sure. If not good, they're learning. Spicy noodles for lunch is good until right after dinner. Yo, it's new. You got some upgraded instant noodles too? Hell yeah. Hey, Sheeny. Welcome on in. Yeah, Ultra. I really like the color scheme that gym dominance has. Yeah. Like, the majority of Ace Zakus are all the same high mobility type with different colors. I made spicy kimchi fried eggs for lunch. Yo. Hyde, what's for food today? What you eating today, Hyde? Plastic is an acceptable answer. For Twitch purposes, this is a joke. That sounds really good, Sheeny. Yeah, Char just has a regular Zaku with, like, some extra tiny thrusters built into it. Okay, that looks good. Y'all making me hungry. I did not eat yet. Tummy was not having it this morning, so. And by upgrade, I mean healthier. We love to see that. And then Char, like... I have so many friends who want the Tequila Gundam. Char Zaku was the first. They hadn't even invented customs yet. Yeah. So with Char Zaku... If I'm remembering correctly, Char Zaku had a slightly upgraded thruster pack. And some additional tiny thrusters in the legs. It wasn't like... It definitely, like, wasn't high mobility type scale. I think he did have a little bit of extra upgrades in there. I know Garma's Zaku was unique. I think Garma's Zaku had the Vulcans in the head. Didn't Garma's Zaku have the ability to, like... Didn't it have, like, a DOP with, like, a core block in it or something? I can't remember. I know Garma's Zaku had some, like, weird experimental stuff going on. Yo, can they make a master grade Zuda? Can we get a master grade Explodey Boy? The Commander Spin? Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure the upgrades Char got were available to, like, anyone in Zeon. Char had a Rick Dom, too. Actually, yeah, all of Char's suits were, like, basic. Because his Zaku, his Gelgoog, his Rick Dom, those were all, like, nothing really modified. They were just basic suits painted red. And then Zeta Era. Zeta Era was a little bit different. Because Quattro, it never shows up in animation, but Quattro does get a Deja. And he paints it red, of course. And that one he did some modifications to. His Deja is kind of rad. They just never made a kit of it. But the Deja isn't really a Zeon suit. It's like a Titan suit. Well, Sari bot nuked whoever that was. Oh yeah, yeah. When he got the Sazabi, like that was his payment. That was his back payment for everything. And the Nightingale. That's the scary thing about the Nightingale, chat. For as big as it is, the Nightingale was incredibly mobile. Because, like, half of the reason it was so big was thrusters. Nightingale was very fast. So I need to hydrate again. But yeah, no, like, I really like the Federation Ace units. Garamazaku was an FS type, and the main difference was apparently more thrusters on the backpack, the design for which was reused for the F2. That's what's... Okay, yep. That's what it was. Hey, Giz, welcome on in. Also, Ren, thank you again for the coffee. Coffee. Chat, I'm going to be talking to someone this weekend about some potential merch plans, because the place that I use, they do like enamel pins and stuff, and a bunch of other stuff. So we're going to be starting to look into that this weekend. Ultra, thank you for the follow. Enjoy your follower emotes. Anyone who's new here today, if you ever want to join up, ! Discord is our community Discord. You don't have to, don't feel obligated to. I know everybody's got a lot of Discords. Yeah, that's the one, Wisnu. That's the one. Thank you for the follow. Normally we have our model going. Normally I'm a little more energetic, but yesterday was a day of all time. So I'm running on some backup reserves right now. And those backup reserves are the promise of fried chicken later today. Also, Hyde, I hope you liked my colony laser. There is a gym. There's a gym that I want nothing more than them to make a model kit of, and it would be very easy for them to do that, with the exception that they have not made a revive for the high-grade gym, which is a travesty. I want them to make the gym juggler into a kit. And for those of you who don't know what the gym juggler is, it is a gym that has 2 wire-guided ball units mounted to its backpack. And it uses the balls as, like, pseudo-incoms. That is what the gym juggler is. Yeah, we love the goof custom. We love the goof. Yeah, Winchester, I think I was thinking of a different Zaku, because there was one Zaku where they were, like, trying to test out using a DOP as, like, a core fighter. And I don't think it really got far. Which makes me question Zeon's modeling division. Nobody can hate Rambaral. Yo, I still want to get, from Build Fighters, I need to get Mr. Rawl's Goof and his Dom R35. I need those in my life. I don't even know if Einar has those. Giving Rambaral a happier life in Build Fighters brought me so much joy. Like, I know a lot of people see it as a way to, like, remarket and repackage and reuse parts from old kits. And, you know, it probably is. It probably is. But the Build Fighters through, like, Build Divers, all of that stuff made some of the coolest things. Like, there's a model kit that it takes the Gundam Harut from Awakening of the Trailblazer, and it turns it into a land-based tank. And I have not seen that kit reprinted in a very long time. Exactly, like, it was marketing. It was damn good marketing, though. The difference lore-wise between Char Zaku and the standard is that it's lighter and has more powerful thrusters, but model-wise, the only difference is the fin. Okay. So it's like, it's the same, like... Is it a Zaku J-type? Is it a Zaku J-type? I will admit, I personally do prefer the build burning over the God Gundam. I'm also someone who prefers the Shining Gundam over the God Gundam. I don't hate the God Gundam. However, it's definitely, like, not my favorite. But I like all the iterations of the build burning Gundam. I still love that the lore for that is it was just inside of a Dom. And as someone who loves Doms as their favorite mono eye suit, I think that's why it's got a soft place for me. It's also another reason why I love the Freedom Zagok so much, because I like the silly idea of mobile suits inside of mobile suits. Even if it makes no damn sense. Ooh, camper girly. Do I have a camper? I do. I have a camper amazing somewhere in the backlog. I think that's my only camper, though. I need them to give me, like, the Titania kit from Battle Operation. I think they ran it, and I missed out on it. But it's, like, the camper on steroids. Without having to buy from scalpers. Were you able to get your hands on the, what was it? It was a Master Grade camper that came out somewhat recently. That's like from one of the build adjacent series. And it looks really cool. It's like got a black paint scheme. Okay. I can't remember like what they call it. Hey Cleric, welcome on in. How you doing? It is coming along. We're aiming to finish this today. All that's left is the bottom half once we get these arms done. I need to rewatch some of the Build Gundam stuff. I do too. I have not watched any of the Build Fighters, Build Divers, like OVA side story stuff, which I've heard is really fun. So I need to get around to that. And I need to watch Build Divers in general. What you got going on, Cleric? Happy Saturday. The camper Schwartz. That's the one. Thank you. That's the one. Oh, there's not a model kit of it. I don't know if there will be a model kit of it. UC Engage, the phone game. They have a high mobility camper. And it's a camper in like old school Zaku 2 colors, which is already badass on its own. With some like big modifications. Like, for example, its shoulders. It's using the damn shoulders of the Gabera Tetra. With those like Omega thrusters on them. I would love the high mobility camper. Thing I love about Gundam is that even though it's pure marketing to Bandai, Sunrise always gives it their all in the bad series. A victory in Seed. Well, that's probably a little subjective. I haven't watched Victory yet. Pasta check? Oh, wait, no, that's an actual posture check. Oh, my goodness. That's an actual posture check. I don't see many of those. But yeah, no, Sunrise has always done pretty good. They've always done pretty good with the Gundam shows. I'll always be nostalgic for Double O. Yeah, that is one thing. I do know Victory has been very, like, divisive. And I've heard, like, Double Zeta's a fever dream. How you doing, Reprieve? Why is the 12 days of Christmas 11 of them are just birds? You know what? It wasn't until 2020. It wasn't until 2020 that I realized the song was about birds. Hey, Mally, welcome on in. How you doing? Hello, Mally. Double Zeta is definitely a series. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Wing is my least favorite, even if the tall geese is sick. You know what I really need to get around to watching? I need to watch Gundam X. I know Gundam X got cut short, which is a shame. I really would like to watch Gundam X, though. I woke up at 6 p.m. Help. Oh no, Mally. I know you've been having some sleeping issues, though. Was it at least good sleep, or was it not so good sleep? Definitely bad sleep. Shit. Well, I'm sorry. Here, have some hot cocoa. Have some hot cocoa with some owl juice. Get like 2 cups of sugar, wait an hour for the sugar crash to happen. You need to watch Gundam X. If it hasn't been cut short, it would have been up there with Zeta as the GOAT. That's what I've heard. Like, from what I've heard, like, Gundam X, even with being cut, is very good. And it had the potential to be, like, legendary if it had been finished properly. I need coffee, sugar, everything. Brain implosion, energy, 1,000 grams of pure caffeine. I think it's 10,000 grams of pure caffeine. We'll get you some power thirst. Also, time to hydrate again. And Reprieve called me out of my bad posture. Hey, Johnny, welcome on in on the YouTube side. I already got some reviews of the Gunzilla. They've gone crazy. Ooh. Become unscrimpable. Okay, so it's taken about an hour for me to get through most of the arm parts. So, yeah, we should be okay to get the rest of this done. What's going to be interesting is I've got these parts here that lay into the clamshell that goes on top of this guy. I guess that's one thing I'm not factoring in, is he does have like an upper body that I need to clamp on. But it's only like 4 parts. 5 parts. I lied. Ain't I a stinker? Can't get a good grip on this part. There we go. Mally, today I am motivated. My entire source of energy for today is knowing that I'm getting, like, some fried chicken at the end of the day. That is what is keeping me going today. I am very, very food motivated. I think it's funny that most of my least favorite Gundam series, writing-wise, have my favorite Gundam designs. It do be like that, though, because, like, a lot of my favorite Gundam designs and mobile suit designs are from Gundam Age. Like, I love basically every design from Gundam Age. However, the series was handled poorly. Gundam Age has an incredible concept. Still worth watching. I would say it's still worth watching. Incredible concept, was not given nearly enough episodes to flesh it out properly. Like, doing 12 episodes per arc was trying to do a lot. If it was like, I don't know, 20-something per, I think they could have fleshed it out better. But I love the Age designs so much. Like, the Adele the Genoese, some of my favorite grunt suits of all time. I've gotten a text message, chat. Oh, hold on. I gotta put my order in for the food. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba. So I was told that we wouldn't be getting food until later today. So I kind of like based my stream around that. So I'm trying to find out if they are abruptly changing the scheduling on that, which is going to make things very awkward. And by crazy, I mean in the worst way. Oh no. Just smashing the hell out of it so they can close the gap. Ooh, so hella fitting issues. My entire source of energy is knowing I'm getting surf and turf kebabs. Oh, hell yeah. H-Seed Wing ZZ00 Gundam X IBO are the only series, my top 5, that have some of my favorite mobile suit designs. Yeah, I'm a sucker for a good design. I'm also a sucker for like a goofy design. I do also love my like super goofy designs. There is one mobile suit design that I hate. There is one mobile suit design that I hate. It's from one of the 00 prequel stories. It's the Generation 2 Gundams from 00. The ones that were like the test beds for the ones you see in the anime. Is it the Gundam saddle suit? It might be the Gundam saddle suit. It's a jet. But like, not in the cool Macross way. It's just a jet with legs, no arms, no like proper gear walk mode. And it's, bleh, I am not a fan of it. Yo, I love the grays. I've still got one on the backlog that I need to build. Hold on, chat. This might be a good time to take our ad break. Yeah, chat, I'm gonna quickly take an ad break and figure out what is going on with food. Because it sounds like they want to do it now? Which, if that's the case, I have to cut stream, which is awkward for everyone. But let me be right back. Let me get the ads going, and we will figure out what is going on. Thank you, chat, for your patience. We're back. We're back for meow. We are back for meow. Wisnu, that sounds awful. Ooh, got something in my eye. Yeah, Ultra, I really want Bandai to go back to making master grades and real grades of, like, grunt suits. Like, I know they base it off of what they think would sell. But I also feel like they underestimate what would sell. Because, like, if they made a real grade gym using the real grade 2.0 grandpa frame, that would sell. That would make them so much money. That would make them all the money. And I would be one of the people making them the money. Yeah. Like, IBO hit a lot of check marks for people who like Western-style mecha. Speaking of mecha chat, I do like to do this at least once per stream, but if you ever need to order anything from Hobby Link Japan, we are a Hobby Link Japan affiliate, ! HLJ in the Twitch chat. I will make a command in YouTube for that. But purchases through Hobby Link Japan using our link do help out the channel a bit, if you ever want to do that. Okay, so as far as the stream goes, yeah, no, I feel that. Stuff sells out pretty quick. Stuff sells out pretty quick, and then if you're unfortunately, like, in the States, and this part is no fault of HLJ, but I always tell people, like, don't do anything that's gonna get you, like, tariffed to shit. Because it is pretty rough out there right now. As far as the stream goes, housemates are going to text me when the food order has been placed. It does sound like it's going to be soon. So let's see if we can rocket through these parts before we gotta cut the stream early, which I do apologize, chat. I was initially told that I had like 3 to 4 hours to work with, and it seems like that has changed within the hour that we've been streaming. Unfortunate. But yeah, no, I understand, like, with the stock issues. Walla walla. Walla walla walla. Oh, come on in, Walla. By the way, for those of you on YouTube, I am sorry that I have not been able to get a video out recently. We do have some clips, so I should be able to get a short out this weekend for the YouTube side. I have not had the wherewithal to record my stuff for the high-grade XX yet as much as I want to. Soon, TM. Soon. Build's going good right now. We've almost got the second arm cleaned off. So I'm hoping we'll be able to snap that together and maybe start panel lining it before we gotta go. Our stream's unfortunately going to be cut off a little bit early today. I'm just waiting on confirmation on when that's going to be. So until then, we build. We build. I still want to get a little Santa hat for this guy. By the way, chat, if you want to see something wild, look up the Gundam Thunderbolt version of the Zock. It is huge. It is massive. And it carries 4 mobile suits inside of its legs. Yo, where did you pre-order that from, Walla? Because I've got some friends who have been trying to find that ball. That's the orange one, right? Hang on, let me double check. Thank you, I appreciate you. Let me not dox myself. From Planet? Okay. Let me go over to Discord. Let me go over to Discord. Okay. I had to let some friends know. Okay. They always have a lot in stock. Yeah. I need to take a look at them more. I haven't ever bought anything from them, but I know a lot of people who do. The no-grade Denizen. Is that the mobile armor? I'm bad with names. Okay. Also, chat, I've just been given... Oh, yeah. One of the F90 ones. I know the one you're talking about now. I would never have tried them. Yeah, no, that's fair. I would like to get my hands on one sometimes. The Plamo girls that I've seen, like, Hyde has shown me a lot of them, and they look very nice. Bandai releases the Commander one this year. I have just been given confirmation that the food is being ordered, so that will not immediately arrive. So that will give me enough time to get this cleaned up and assembled, I believe. Recently started getting into Gunpla. You know, I told myself I never would. And I should have learned from my past mistakes where I told myself I would never get into P Bandai. Because now I have fully fallen down the Gunpla rabbit hole. There is no escape. I am forever bound here. This is my life now. My daughter's judging stare doesn't bother me anymore. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just gotta do it. I'm entirely here for the robots. Yeah, no, that is totally fair. By the way, have y'all ever done anything with, like, the Zoids kits? Be it, like, the newer line that came out, or, like, the Kotobukiya line? Any of y'all ever, like, dabbled in Zoids? I was at a hobby shop recently, and they had a Blade Liger that I really want, but I couldn't justify $50 for it. Yeah, Kotobukiya did, like, all the, older Armored Core stuff. I need the Berserk Fiora and the Strum Tyrant. The Tyrant's the red one, right, Hyde? Koto kits need a little more TLC. I've heard it's a harder plastic. I've heard Kotobukiya tends to use, like, a bit of a harder, more firm plastic, so cleaning up does take a little more time sometimes. I've got a single Kotobukiya kit thanks to someone here who did nothing. It's one of the Megami Device girls who's a nun. So I'm going to be taking my sweet time building her when we do crack that box open. Chat, watch how slow I can build. Not the Geno Breaker, but similar. Waiting on fiber optic strand wire so I can continue working on the Terminator aerial. Yeah, I think if we work on that little witch kit next, I might be able to get another kit done before the year's over. I don't know, part of me wants to save her for January, though. I'll have to take a look and see, like, what kits I have that, like, I could probably feasibly get together pretty quickly. Both feet, one leg, front of the core lander, and got God Gundam done. Hell yeah! Hope the water slides have been going well. Learned my lesson because of the white glint kit. A lot more glue, part modification, and cleanup. Koto hasn't re-engineered everything to be accessible. I know the Armored Core 6 kits Bandai was able to get, like, the 30 minutes licensing for. They're known as an enthusiast model kit company, so they don't really need to engineer for accessibility. I have heard similar, because I know with, like, some of the frame arm girls, I've heard they're good. Just, like you said, a little TLC sometimes. So I'll be very careful with mine so I don't snap anything. Last thing I need to do is snap a nun in two on stream. I don't know. Dan Clancy might be into that. Once again, this is a joke referring to a model kit. Oh, they're doing the steel haze? Okay. Meanwhile, I'm learning to scribe. Yo, I just got a scribe tool recently. I need to do some, like, practicing. So far, I've just been using it to make pre-existing panels deeper. Okay. Um... You know what I really want to build, though? I want to build a Moderoid kit. I want to get my hands on a Moderoid kit. There's a Chamber from Gargantia that I would love to build. Obviously, Big O. We love Big O. Alright. Let's see if we can get this clasped together. The plan is to add feather lines to the features and wings. Will it work? Who knows? May you have a steady hand. That's my biggest weakness for scribing. Fucked up twice so far. Luckily, they had spares, but one I can't get off. Konbanwa is okay. Daijoubu desu. Daijoubu desu ka? Hope you're doing well today. Evening. Time zone. We're about to put together an arm. About to put together an arm on the Zock. Moderoid requires more TLC. Oh, is that one of the Trails of Cold Steel model kits? Merry Christmas. Good to see ya, good to see ya. Also, Nezuki, I apologize that I shorten your name. Sometimes words are difficult for me. Okay. Yuppers. Well, if that comes to be, I can definitely do a little bit of TLC on them. Chat, if I can ever get like my time scheduling done right, I might try to go back to my Japanese studies. I was fairly far along in my Japanese studies back in like 2011, 2013. I actually had an apartment lined up, and I was going to do a 1-month study abroad in Japan. However, some things came up that did prevent that from happening. But I miss it. Because, like, I was learning kanji. I knew how to read hiragana, katakana, and I was learning kanji before I had to stop. I've retained, like, minimal parts of it. But I would like to retain all the parts of it. Because it's a very fun language. Like, genuinely speaking, I much prefer Japanese structure over English structure, because English is just a mess. Damn mess. Okay, what parts am I looking at? I'm looking at these. This is what I'm looking at. Okay. Okay, good. That's not going to cause any interference. Those parts, that is what you're looking at. Hello, Tickle. Hello, Pickle Tickle. How are you? Welcome on in. We're putting some arms together. I was telling chat, our stream's going to be, unfortunately, cut short today. But we're at least going to get this arm put together. Me too, kinda. Oh, what are you potentially working on? What you got going on, Tickle? Chat, go follow Tickle. Go follow Hyde, too. Okay, before I clamp these together... Okay, Allie, you were about to make the same mistake you did last time. You silly little goldfish. Couple feet away from having my zero gravity judge finished. Nice. Oh, that is very nice. I've heard good things about the judge. You've said the magic word, Ultra. You've said the magic word. Okay, so now we attach this doohickey to that doohickey. Isn't as advanced as the newer ones, but definitely deserves the title. It like molding wise, it looks phenomenal. It looks so good. And I know Fat Cat's been putting in the work. Okay. So that is how it should be. So then we insert claw into hole. Can't be a me stream without us talking about putting something into a hole at least once. Boop-a-doop-boo. 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 Okay, I am doing this correctly. Excellent. Okay. So, what happens next is this goes into here. Its a nub placement is a little worse. Oh, it's nub placement. Some parts fitting issues. Other companies have ironed out, but still A+. Slide this bad boy in. Komu, welcome on in. How you doing? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday and or Sunday, wherever you may be in the world. Putting an arm together right now. And I'm attempting to do this correctly. Not have a silly little mishap like last time. Okay, so this one's seam line is much tighter than this one's. So yeah, definitely a little bit of inconsistent fitting, but it is also an older kit. Yes, the sea cucumber. I don't mind a little bit of panel lines. Plus, I could fix it. I could fix it if I asked myself to. I could just remove the panel line entirely. Or the seam line, I should say. I'm much less lenient. So the last kit we were working on, it's still technically work in progress because I can't finish it yet. We were working on the HGUC gun cannon. And I did confirm this was an issue that is isolated to my kit, because no one else I know who's built it has run into this. Mine came with a mold defect, so the left arm wasn't able to attach, like, just period. So I'm gonna have to get, like, some replacement parts. Which is a little unfortunate. The build itself is, like, phenomenal, but mold defects, they don't happen as often in Bandai kits. Yeah, like, that's the first time I've ever experienced a mold defect with a Bandai kit. And I talked to Einar, I talked to a few other people, and their kits did not have that issue. So I guess it was just my particular one. But, so, the front plate of the torso has 2 sockets in it to hold the ball joints for the arms. The right side was fine. Right arm fit in perfectly. Was snug, did what it needed to do. The socket for the left arm was a few millimeters shorter than the one on the right, which led to the ball joint not being able to stay in, like, at all. And then the ball joint itself was slightly misshapen, so those 2 particular parts had some complications. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another one of those kits, and I'm going to get the chest plate and the shoulder socket from it and put them into the one that I have been working on. And then I'm going to use all of the extra parts for a kit bash. So the rest of the other kit that I won't need, it's going to go toward a kit bash. So it will get used. Yeah, Bandai really needs a part replacement service for North America. Like, genuinely. They very much need one for North America. Because in Japan, if you have your manual and your barcode, you can put in a request for a replacement part, and about a month, they mail you one out. That's actually, before the plague hit, there was a person who I got replacement parts for who was living in Japan. And he basically took my barcodes, took my stuff, and got me replacement parts. He was not able to continue doing that, sadly, because the plague, like, wrecked a lot of stuff. But, yeah, Bandai, for one, if it's a defect, Bandai should definitely, like, have a way to get a replacement. And in general, like, I feel like replacement parts would be nice, because it's very hard. So, technically, emphasis on technically, you can get replacement parts from Bluefin, who is the North American distributor. There's a lot of strings attached to it, though. One, you have to be able to show them the Bluefin label on the box. You have to be able to show them the receipt of purchase. And as far as I remember, correct me on this if I'm wrong, you can only get replacement parts within a 6-month window from buying the kit, which is why I've never done it. Because it just seems like a hassle. But chat, look, we got arms. We got cucumber arms. So for those who don't know, we were intending on doing like a 4-hour stream today. However, an abrupt scheduling conflict happened. So I've got to end the stream like pretty soon here. The plan for today was finishing this kit, because all that is left is putting on the outer plates for the upper torso. And then we just have like this stuff left. We just have like the waist and the legs. So there's not a lot of this kit left. I probably could have finished this kit in 2 hours. I probably could have finished this kit in 2 hours. Unfortunately, I will not have 2 hours today, so I suppose we'll have to finish it on Monday? I did completely forget to make a doctor phone call on Friday, so I need to prioritize that before I stream on Monday, but then we can, I'm pretty sure, get this done. But yeah, Zock. We love the Zock. I love the Zock. The Zock is the bestest little, barely a mobile suit kind of guy. This chunk of plastic's heavy, by the way. It's a big old chunk. But yeah, next stream, we're going to start off with doing the front bits for the Zock. And then this is the last page. This is it. Look how silly he looks up on the Action Base 1. Look how silly he looks. Look how big he is on the Action Base 1. I love that. I just love it. It makes me happy. Also, the clamshell on top of it can easily pop off. So that's nice. Also, exclamation point Discord in both chats if you ever do want to join the Discord. I think Ultra just did it there. Ultra, if the role selection stuff does not work properly, I will set your role after stream. Sometimes it's a little finicky. Yes, giant. Oh my gosh, they are a cabbage. Oh my goodness, I love that. Alright, chat. Well, I'm getting the signal. I'm getting the bat signal that I gotta hit the wrap it up box here. Shorter stream, but I thank you all for being here nonetheless. I'll get the stream scheduled up on YouTube for Monday, which will be the final Zock stream. Thank you for all the new follows today, chat. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the streaks. Ren, thank you for the coffee. Thank you all for hanging out, even if you're 100 meters in the sky. It's been good chatting, been good hanging out. Again, we'll be live on Monday. I'll be going live as soon as I wake up and get my doctor stuff out of the way. And we'll get the Zock done. I don't know what we're going to be doing on Tuesday, because the Final Fantasy XIV patch comes out on Tuesday. We might play a little bit of that. No MSQ. We won't do any spoiler stuff if we do. Also, let me see if I can get that Discord command to work. Let's see if I can get that to work. Allie, it would help if your keyboard's on, honey. See if that works. Not today, though. Let's go. There we go. All right. But yeah, chat, thank you for being here. We're not going to raid out today. We'll get back to raiding on Monday, since I do have to go very quickly. But my name has been Allie and Ashford, your friendly neighborhood half-vampire. Haha, the socials actually works now. The socials actually works now. I did get that done. I did not procrastinate that. But my name has been Allie and Ashford, your friendly neighborhood half-vampire. Have a lovely weekend, time zone, wherever you may be. Konbanwa minasan. Hope you all take care of yourselves. Reprieve. Maybe we'll get back to Armored Core in 2026.